The Mean Mother Air Compressor is for those of you that have a 1987 and up Wrangler and are looking to have an air compressor in your vehicle that you can use for airing up tires after a day of wheeling or anything else that you might need compressed air for around the campsite. This is going to be a well-built compressor that will move a lot of CFM and comes with all of the accessories you need. This is designed to be a portable compressor. You can actually just use the alligator clips to hook it onto your battery, use it when you need it, tuck it away when you don't. It comes in a convenient carrying case. However, if you did decide to hard mount this, you can do that to permanently mount it inside the vehicle, and it does come with a handy remote control if you were to hard mount it so that you can still turn it on and off while you're switching the airline from one tire to another. Again, when you're using an air compressor primarily to fill up your tires, you're looking for one that's going to move a lot of CFM at the air pressure you're going to be operating at. The max air pressure, the max PSI of the compressor is not nearly as important as the volume of air that the compressor moves, and this is going to move a lot of air. So this is going to be very good for airing up those big tires. It's going to do it very, very quickly. So when you're looking for a compressor, you can either go with an onboard air system that is going to be permanently mounted, usually include an air tank, and the tank can be helpful with airing up tires a little bit quicker. You can also use pressure from a tank to run an air locker if you choose to, and again, that tank's also going to be helpful if you're going to be using any sort of air tools. If you're just going to be running a compressor, whether you plan to leave this as a portable compressor, hook it up when you need it, or if you plan to hard mount this, you're not going to have a tank, so you're not going to be running those air tools or those lockers. So that is one of the big differences between a setup like this and a full onboard air system. Of course, a full onboard air system is going to be more expensive because it has additional components, and it's also going to require a lot more plumbing and a lot more wiring than one of these systems, so they definitely have their pros and cons. As I said, if you're looking for a portable compressor system, I think this is a very well-built one, very high quality, and it moves a lot of CFM. And if you do want to hard mount this, this does come with a remote control, which is something that you don't see very often. Now, with an onboard air system that has an air tank, the compressor will automatically kick off when the tank gets to a certain pressure. With this, of course, you don't have that. So what you can do is very easily turn off the compressor, even if it's mounted underneath the hood or somewhere inside the vehicle, turn it off with the remote, attach the hose onto your tire, turn it back on with the remote. This does come with this air gauge, so you can see exactly what pressure you're airing back up to. When you hit that optimal pressure, turn it back off again, move to the next tire, all without having to go back and forth to wherever you have this compressor mounted if you do go ahead and hard mount it. If you have this outside the vehicle with you, of course, it's very easy to turn on and off with a momentary switch that's mounted directly on the body of the compressor. As far as the install goes, I'm going to give this a 1 out of 3 wrenches, even though, as I've said, this isn't really something that you necessarily have to install in the Jeep. If you did want to install it, it would require drilling a couple of holes. You'd also have to clip off these alligator clips and hardwire this to something that is going to give you 12 volts at a fairly high amperage in order to handle the load of this compressor. But if you're going to be using this as a portable compressor, which is how I think most of you are going to be using this, everything comes in a nice, neat little carrying bag. All you need to do is pull it out of wherever you have it stored, put the alligator clips onto the battery, put the hose onto the tire you plan on filling up, or use one of the other attachments on the end of that hose to fill up a ball, an inflatable, whatever around the campsite, and you're good to go. Just turn this thing on and it works. Again, really no major installation necessary for using this as a portable compressor. This compressor has a $180 price tag, and I do think that's pretty fair. When you take this out of the box, you can really feel how well built this is. It does come with a lot of accessories, really for anything that you would want to use it for. And overall, I do think it's going to be worth that $180 price tag. Most of all, if I'm going to be using a compressor mostly for filling up my tires, which is I think what most of you guys are going to be using it for, I want one that moves a lot of CFM, and this will do that. So if you're looking for a high quality portable compressor, I would definitely recommend taking a look at this one from Mean Mother that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.